Hold on, guys. I thought I was ready. I left my ice water. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Hey, Gardens, we're the lunchtime superstars today. Got it squeezed in. We won't be here long, you guys. Today I'm not feeling my best today. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to shake it. I'm really You guys ever had, I'm sure we're human, we have those days. Today I just yuck. I just feel like yuck. Ugh. Ooh, Berg. Yuck. Welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary, where we talk about what we want to talk about when we're ready to talk about it. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Just want to stop by and talk about a little bit of the election. Real quick, y'all, did y'all hear Mr. Tendernism? Shout out to Raging. I didn't get to respond because I was driving with her comment flash. Um Raging K just said, with a chicken lady beat Mr. Tendernism is coming to Chicago. Y'all, I'm just telling y'all the news. So he's going to Wilma's barbecue. Okay. I told you my favorite barbecue spot is Kirk's. I tried Wilma's, but not the one downtown, but the one in Dalton. Like, the customer service, it make you not even want to eat. Like, I'm gonna put it out there. Sorry. If y'all like Wilma's, let me know. They stay packed. But the customer service, it makes you not even want to. I'd be like, ugh, do I have to? No. I went there one time to get me and my dad something, and I'm not a food reviewer, but it wasn't like Kirk's to me. Like Kirk's, it be fresh every time. Wilma's, we waited for like an hour and 15 minutes. Oh, that I told y'all about that, and I ended up leaving the food. I said, just keep it. So one day, we really wanted to try. Waited 45 minutes. Food still was cold. So I'll never be back. But y'all let me know how your service was when you went to Wilma's. Now I heard the one downtown, which is where Mr. Tendernism will be, is a lot different. We shall see. But it's this thing. So now all the meat is tender. Now everybody barbecue is tender. As long as they pay you to come say it's tender, it's tender. Okay. All right. Hey, Scott. So I just want to let you know it's our time to shine, y'all. I just don't get it. Scott said I just ran about 32 pounds of charcoal. Goodness. And some locally seasoned applewood chunks. And I'm about to have a tenderism. We got tenderism here. We got tenderism at home. I know that's right. Yeah, I'm like, not everybody. And if you go on TikTok, you see the Wilma's barbecue review downtown. It's a little different because they have alcohol. So they have alcohol. Speaking of my dad, that's him calling me now. Call him back in a minute. You know what? You know how them parents are. They miss that daily phone call. They like, no, let me see if you still amongst the living. He check. I will not be. Look, I might be single, but the cat would not just eat my face for 30 days. Because one thing my dad gonna do is call and see if I'm okay. So, um, I wanted to talk about the election. So, y'all, let's go to the Lancet Journal. So, I still wait a minute. Y'all, hold I didn't decline his call. He didn't call back. Hold on. He like, no, sis, no. Hold on. Baby. Baby, he was like, who called you think? I know you think this is. You are not sending me the voicemail today. Oh man, just cherish your parents. And for those that lost their parents, just cherish them, because I know sometimes we gonna call back, but it's many a days I wish I could call my mom and just talk to her. And I remember the times I'd be like, oh, she calling again. She done called me 3 times today. Now I miss it. But anyway, y'all. He was like, excuse me. So anyway, so you guys, the elections happened. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat because I couldn't believe Jesse Jackson lost, y'all. I knew the funeral was gonna take him over the top. I thought he was gonna get the sympathy vote, and that was gonna be all she wrote. You know what I mean? Then we find out Jesse Jackson ain't had no money. He ain't had no money. Sorry, Gardens. Oh, ain't that something? We wish. Blessings to you and your family. Um, so speaking of Gardens broke the news. I was like, no, not Jesse. I knew Jesse Jackson was gonna win. So we got the other local elections here. Courtesy of our friends Melanie, Carol, and my little favorite Meredith. I just think she's adorable. Really friendly. So this is the latest. Let's go to that. Oh, you guys, hit the like button if you can. We didn't make our goal this week at all. It's already Wednesday. Help us make our $19.99 live stream goal. Cash App, Venmo, but you being here is enough. Or buy me a coffee if you can. I appreciate y'all. So it says Napoleon Harris wins Thornton Township Democratic committee person race over Stephanie Wiedemann. I be telling you, Napoleon, just on his name, he don't have to come out. He don't have to look. Stephanie have been out there all day. All day she'd have been out there. Napoleon ain't come shake one hand. Like this is just he had his people sitting inside the polls handing out the cards. Yeah. I'm a win anyway. So that's how it is. And then you got Kiana. Kiana been out there all day. Now, what I did notice, we saw a lot of billboards with Kiana, but McCaskill, she had little local commercials that were really cute. Like she had the young people coming out on her commercials, and it was just darling. Like the people from Harvey. I don't know anything about McCaskill other than ain't like 9 of them on the same board for no reason. That's weird enough. But it was pretty cool to see what was going on. And this is the thing, like I feel some kind of way about people from other communities like Blue Island, Riverdale, part of Lansing, part of Homewood, Markham, not running for these elections, and everybody in Dalton want to run for all of these seats when Dalton's not even close to being fixed. It's just weird. It's just weird. So you went after Tiffany. Now Tiffany's out the way. Now you're the best women for the job. It's just weird. It's just weird. But okay. So say Dalton, Illinois, Stephanie Wiedemann lost her bid to replace Napoleon Harris as Thornton Township Democratic Committee person in the primary election on March 17th. You know my prediction, she's going to be working for Dalton next week. So it's going to be like, so she had the lawsuit against Dalton, she got settled for that. She was working for the Park District. She was working for Thornton Township. She was on the Thornton Township board. So put a one in the chat if you think that Stephanie gonna be working for Dalton next week. We want to announce our new. It's just politics as it is. Um, with 100% of precincts. Hey, Chief Meteorologist. Hey, Miss Asia. You said I don't know who I would. You could have write yourself in, Miss Asia. Write yourself in. Stephanie Wiedemann lost her bid to replace Napoleon Harris as Thornton Township Democratic Committee person in the primary election on March 17th. With 100% of precincts reporting Tuesday night, Harris has 65.49% of the vote to Wiedemann's 34.51. Not bad for to run against Napoleon. Not bad at all. Thornton Township saw 18.42% turnout of voters as Harris received 13,231 votes and Wiedemann received 6,973. Thornton Township Committee person is an unpaid, non-governmental position that leads the region's Democratic Party, tasked with fielding and vetting candidates, fundraising for campaigns, and driving voter engagement and turnout. Harris has held the role since being elected in 2022, following the death of Thornton Township Supervisor and Committee person Frank Zuccarelli. Harris is the current Thornton Township Supervisor. He is also an Illinois Senator for the 15th District and is running for re-election for that position. Facing no Democratic challengers in the primary election for that role, Harris now automatically moves on to the general election. And I'm going to just be honest with you guys. He's going to sit at that Thornton Township seat until retirement. So he's basically going to hold those three positions Frank used to hold. Two positions Frank used to hold, plus he's a state senator. And the only thing he's missing is being the president of South Suburban College. And he basically took Frank's whole spiel, if you will. Now, Stephanie, why you got black nails? Now, why you got black nails and you about to run for... That's bad luck. That's bad luck, girl. That's bad luck. Why you get some black nails on? Like, you should have wore something happy. Why you got black nails? Black and is that natural? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm not opposed to a black nail. I'm not opposed to it. But you want to wear something happy. You should have wore Dalton blue. Thornton Township purple. Oh gosh, here go this poster, y'all. You know, when I pause, I try to think about what I want to say before I say it. She got. Okay. This Kiana, this is what I want to say. Nobody knew this was you. This photo was so blurry, nobody could even. The Michael Jackson movie come out next month. Like, that's what I want to say. Like, what are you doing? Nobody knew it was you. Like, why did you let somebody do this to you? You would have got a lot more, like McCaskill, you recognize. She would have got more votes just being her. That's my opinion. Just being her. It's nothing wrong with being her. But This right here, this people didn't now people recognize you from the board meetings, but nobody knew that was you right there. Who did that poster? Get them off your team right now. It almost looked like it was totally AI cartoon like. It didn't even look like her. And that's the difference. She would have done better with just a photo of her or her talking at the board meeting. That you don't have to like I miss good old fashioned Photoshop. You know what I mean? I think the AI and I think if I had to guess, whoever did that, it wasn't a young person. I think whoever did this was older playing with AI because you could have looked totally different, still like yourself, but just with the little blemish touch ups. You know how us girls do, a little face tune, if you will. They went, um, what was that thing I used to play with in computer class? Microsoft Office Paint. It was like, was that what it was? Office paint, or whatever. When you take your little mouse and you just blur it. That's what it was. It was like you would have did better and been more relatable like this. Keisha McCaskill, she was like more relatable. Like when you ran into her, you knew who she was. That's all I want to say. So next election, just be yourself. Okay. So, despite her loss, Wiedemann says she was feeling great when coming to Dalton, campaign headquarters of Kiana Belcher, who ran for Cook County Board 5th District Commissioner. Sorry. Wiedemann says she enjoyed the campaign experience and she wasn't disappointed with the results. Sorry, y'all. I love being out with the residents. I've never gotten anything near 5,000 votes before, so that's pretty amazing in itself, Wiedemann said. That's a good attitude to have. A relative newcomer to elected office, she is a familiar face around Thornton Township as a former employee and political volunteer for 2 decades. Wiedemann entered the race for committee person after breaking from the Democrats of Thornton Township political organization led by Harris. She beat a challenge to her candidacy brought by Harris allies personally. They got their nerve proving up petition signatures that were called into question. A similar challenge against Harris, filed by local political Keith Price, which also included claims of fraud, was dismissed by a Cook County Electoral Board hearing officer. Hugging supporters, sorry y'all, my allergies. Hugging supporters on election night, Wiedemann thanked everyone for believing in her. After the long campaign, she said she was ready to go home and sleep for 3 days. In the end, she was glad the people voted, she said. The residents came out, they spoke, and I love to hear it. All right, girl. All right. So, I don't know where Carol's. Oh, here we go. So, thank you, Carol, girl. Okay, so election. Keisha McCaskill defeats Kiana Belcher for Cook County 5th District Commissioner. Like, this is not the same person. And I don't mean it like it. I'd rather vote for the person with the sweatshirt on than the person with the poster. That's what I'm trying to say because the person with the poster don't even seem like they want to be real. Let's go to Keisha McCaskill. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Now I know what y'all gonna say. This is just this is just she got her makeup did. And a good little photo, a little brightening, a little blemish fix, making sure she got her side tooth in there. They try to put the little side tooth in there. That's it. That's it. Not all that. We don't even know who you are. She looked just like this when you run into her. She went, got a little fashion fair. She went to the Mac counter and got her eyebrows done and came on and took her picture. That's all you need to do. Don't let nobody play and try to change you into something else you're not. You know what I mean? Just be you. Just be you. You don't have to let these people that everything and look, everything is fixed by AI now. Everything is fixed by AI. And it's like y'all don't have to do all these AI. You don't have to. And I'm not trying. I swear, y'all, I'm not throwing shade. Like this is a lot of stuff. Like, look, I be wanting stuff. I be wanting my little, my I want my my little eyes done, little rouge. Like, if you try to erase the natural beauty that makes us individuals, just makes us who we are, that's when it gets kind of tricky for people, because it's a distraction for people, because they're more looking at, like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, looking at Keisha, I could see her eyes, they're not glassy, you know what I mean? Her teeth is not whitened too much. It's just, it's just she's her. I could see the little fold in her neck. It's okay. It's okay. That's what I mean. That's what I mean to say. We don't have to be, it's okay to have flyaways. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. And look, I learned this myself. I got a photo of me. I look like a Dorito. I was like, this man he made me like a lighter complexion. My face was all chiseled down. I look like a Dorito. What's the blue bag Doritos? What's the one? What's it's that sour cream? Cool Ranch. I look like a Cool Ranch Dorito. He had photoshopped me to death, and I was like, this isn't even me. This is, and a lot of people chose that photo for promo, and I was like, this is not even me. I'm brown skin, chocolate in the summer. I don't mind that. Just be yourself. Like, I don't mind. Okay, my nose is wide. My nose gonna be wide on my photos. I'm not gonna try to chisel nothing down, because when you see me, I want to be me. I want you to see me when you run in and say, "Hey, it's Bird." So I think for her next campaign photos, she should tell them not to try to make her what they want her to be, because we could see, like, she, her chin is like running, like blurring in with every. It's like, what is happening? What are you doing? Be who you are. That's who the people want to vote for. Original. I hope I'm making sense. Okay. Yeah, and I think they're using a bad photographer. And if that's Ed Steve, sorry, y'all should definitely stop letting him take your photos. If that's who, just because he got a camera, no, you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm good at I'm good at film and action, but I'm not good at like weddings. So I don't do weddings because I'm not good at that stuff. I'm good at TV anchor stuff, like making sure people have double lashes, double hair. I'm good at doing that for you, make sure you look good on TV. But if you need me for like real life, to do your look, I might do it a little too much. Where you too put on for your city because I'm thinking about the drama because that's what's in my head. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I'm with Scott. Pick only two. Yeah, natural beauty is the best. And it just you don't need that. You don't need that. I'm just telling Kiana she don't need that. Yeah. It comes down to hiring the right photographer who knows and appreciates the uses of shadows, light, and diffusion in order to capture a real solid raw image requiring very little and slight refinements. I agree. I agree. Oh, someone just been on me. Thank you. Thank you for the $5. Thank you, y'all. Okay, oh, that was okay. Yay. Okay, so I like the lighting on McCaskill too. That's it. That's it. And I just think that, and then the good thing is a makeup artist too. Y'all never saw Tiffany without her makeup on. So a makeup, I hate getting makeup done. I do. Like I'm such a dude. Like I said, I walk around in sweats and stuff. So don't be expecting no nothing fabulous when you see me. I just do sweats or a cat suit or something like that. I don't do anything. The most fancy you might see on me is a coat or something because I don't like to, you know, I don't be I don't go nowhere. So um yeah. I just think they shouldn't have blurred her out like that. That's it. That's all I want to say. And they do that with us ladies. They do that with us ladies. I'm just saying I would have rather vote for the one I saw on stage right here than that photo right there. The person on stage look a little more genuine. That's all. Not her fault. It's the person. It's the person that told her to do put this poster up. That's their fault. Okay, not blaming her. The vote was even close. Okay, so where we left off, the fifth district spans parts of suburban Cook County and Chicago South Side. So votes returns are reported by the Cook County Clerk and the Chicago Board of Elections. In Cook County vote totals, with all precincts reporting, McCaskill received 13,465 votes, or 53.72%, and Belcher received 11,602 votes, or 46.28%. That's pretty close. That's pretty good for your first run. The vote was even closer in Chicago with 42 of the 45 precincts reported. McCaskill was on top with 50.75% of the vote to Belcher's 49.25%. That's pretty decent for Kiana's first run with this. Pretty decent. With three precincts yet to report as of midnight, the two candidates were separated by 156 votes. Belcher thanked volunteers and supporters during an election night watch party at her campaign headquarters in Dalton. She said that despite losing the race, her campaign stood up for the Cook County Democratic establishment with a people over politics mantra. I am grateful for the team, grateful for the support, and grateful for all of the endorsements, Belcher said. And I was going up against the machine. So I think I did damn well against the machine. Belcher offered a special thanks to Mayor Jason House for his advocacy of her during the campaign. House attended the watch party. Um, During her campaign, Belcher called out what she sees as an entrenched Democratic political system in the South suburbs, known for going head to head with former Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Belcher said she decided not to ally with other politicians or factions to avoid owing political favors. Okay. Instead, she ran a campaign that focused on creating jobs, providing basic health care, and improving infrastructure in the 5th District, which includes Thornton Township communities such as Dalton, Harvey, Hazelcrest, and Markham. And look, they said the 5th District does not include Lansing. Spokesperson Nikita Cloud said Belcher's campaign succeeded in informing voters more about the role of Cook County Commissioner. Kiana has done an amazing job. Residents went from not knowing what a commissioner even is to being really involved in this race. McCaskill did not reply to requests for an interview about her candidacy, which, according to her website, was based on equal representation and access for the 5th District. She lists her priorities as budget and fiscal policy, public health and social services, public safety and criminal justice reform, housing and development, regional collaboration, and community engagement and participation. McCaskill won appointment to the 5th District Commissioner seat in January 2025 when Monica Gordon became the Cook County Clerk. If Belcher won the commissioner's race, she would have had to forfeit her position as Dalton trustee. She says she won't run for a commissioner seat again, and perhaps local politics is the right place for her. She said, I've seen a lot in this race at the county level that I don't think my integrity could overcome. Too much wheeling and dealing, Belcher said. I think I'd like to stay local where I can make a direct impact. What God got for me is for me. It's wheeling and dealing over here, but okay. All right, great article, Carol. What happened? You didn't see us? Oh, you didn't see us, Gardens? Am I in a separate chat? You were lost over there. Fast, cheap, or easy? Okay. So y'all, there has it. So y'all stay tuned in 2 years when everybody fighting for the throne. The Game of Thrones and Dalton will be the near thing. Y'all don't think I'm be able to hold on. These allergies are really kicking my butt. Okay. So good luck to everybody. Let's see if anything changed. Not. Not. Okay. Y'all, our girl Kouri. Our girl Kouri, y'all. I can't believe they sentencing her on Eric's birthday. Oh my goodness. So let's see what's next. Let's see what's next for Kouri before we leave.
So I wanted to ask you not only
gotta keep up. Kouri gotta get that commissary together now.
What the jury maybe was dealing with, but I wanted to ask what's next for Kouri Richins, because I had to watch also last night and listen, and it was interesting that the sentencing will not be until the middle of May, so basically 2 months away from the verdict. Is that normal?
It's pretty normal. So under the law, a person convicted of a felony in Utah has to be the right to be sentenced within between 2 and 45 days after their conviction.
Okay.
So the state wants to get, and the defendant is entitled to what's called a pre-sentence report. So the judge would have extended that 45-day requirement, but not by much. It was
right, a couple
maybe
weeks,
60
maybe.
days. Right. Yeah. So it wasn't a long period for sentencing. It's a fairly normal time. And for a death penalty, well, that's not a death penalty, for an aggravated murder case, I should say, it was probably about right. They will have plenty of time, the Department of Corrections, to do a pre-sentence report, get her statement on what happened, get her character letters if she wants to submit them, get the victim's families, victim impact statements, go through her criminal history and whatnot. And they should be able to get that done. And then they'll go, the judge does the sentencing in a case like this. Mm-hmm. It's not a death penalty case. Right. And with the lead count being aggravated murder, his only choice in that case, Holly, is to impose one of two sentences, either 25 years to life or life without the possibility of parole. Those two options are available to the judge on that.
I think she's going to get life without the possibility of parole. The judge said that her kid, I didn't realize this, but Kouri's been in jail since 2023. So Eric, her husband's family, has custody over the kids, and she has no contact with the kids. And that side of the family basically has no contact with the kids. So the kids have grown Eric's been dead 4 years. So one of the kids are like, I think 15, the oldest. she wanted parole, and the judge was like, you're basically facing life. He said this. He said, you're basically facing the possibility of spending the rest of your life in prison. So I can't give you bail. I'm sorry. I can't give you bail because that would mean you could possibly run away. You could harm yourself or you could harm witnesses. And I can't let you do that. So she's been in jail ever since. And that just made me think, I think he's going to give her life without parole. So let's go to a little bit of the closing arguments, and then I'm not gonna stay long. We're gonna start with the prosecution side, and then we'll move on during the week. But I just want to know your thoughts on this. This is just really, really, really interesting. Like it's crazy to think about the steps she took. Now this family is rich. The family of, now, if you didn't know, Kouri worked at Home Depot, and her husband was a stonemason, and he asked her out. She was a cashier at Home Depot. So I really don't think that the family ever really accepted her because she didn't make a whole lot of money. Like, they had generational wealth, right? And then he was an independent guy making $700,000 a year by himself, right? And he wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom, but she didn't want that. So she basically took out a $250,000 mortgage out on a house that was only in his name, like forged his name, and took out a HELOC and didn't tell him anything. The brother-in-law start researching the house because he sold the house to them, and he found out it was this HELOC loan, and he told Eric, and that's why Eric created a trust and basically put it in his sister's name, right? But he did it behind Kouri back. Now, I haven't been married, so I can't really judge how things go, but I didn't like that. I like that he protected his kids, especially if she was financially irresponsible. But what I didn't like was how many secrets they had from each other. Like, it was just no point of them being married. So Kouri was having an affair over there, buying her lover trucks, letting him live in one of the houses that she paid for with the HELOC she took out of Eric's own. I mean, I know that it was a marital home at one point, but Eric bought that house solo dolo before he got married. She took out a loan, and let her man live in a house for free, her lover. Then Eric, he made sure he was hiding money from her. She was stealing money from him. He was hiding that, because he was a Mormon, Latter-day Saints. He was hiding the fact that, he drank a little bit. He took a gummy here and there from his people because that was against their religion. It was just like a lot of secrets going on, but I really understand why Eric had to protect himself because I think he knew what Kouri was on. But it was just too many. They were sneaky, both of them. So sorry, you guys. That's why I'm not gonna stay long. I'll keep on sniffing. So let's go to a little bit of closing arguments, and let me know if you're following this story. Hey, Brandon. Did anybody vote for Stephanie? Look, they. Oh, well, Gardis. Wait. They need to do a recount because people probably they probably voted for Wiedemann. They need to count those votes too. They probably wrote Wiedemann in. Okay. Let's go to a little bit of closing arguments and then we'll get out of here.
Is she a black woman?
Oh, wait. Well, I'm sorry. Ooh, I spelled that all crazy.
But she did not have the money.
Y'all so funny.
Meant that if she left him, she would also leave most of his money. So Kouri Richins took $250,000 in equity out of Eric Richins' home without him knowing it, so that she could start her own business and earn enough money to leave Eric Richins. Kouri Richins is intensely ambitious. First with Eric's money and then other people's money, Kouri Richins carefully curated the facade of a privileged, affluent, successful business owner. Behind the facade, however, Kouri Richins was incompetent. She took tremendous risks. She borrowed money by any means necessary at exorbitant rates. She gambled other people's money and lost. Her business was imploding. All the while, Kouri Richins was more interested in spending time with Josh Grossman than Eric. She dreamed of living in the Midway Mansion with Josh, running it as an event center, farming and raising kids, Eric's kids. But she did not have the money to leave Eric or the money to salvage her business. Kouri Richins is an intensely ambitious person. She is a risk taker. There was a way forward. Eric had to die. As Judge Mrazek just instructed, there are 5 counts. And each count has a series of elements. The state has to prove each count and each element of each count beyond a reasonable doubt. That is our burden. In this closing, we will go count by count, and then within each count, element by element, to show to you how the state has met its burden of proving aggravated murder, attempted aggravated murder, 2 counts of fraud and forgery. That, again, is the reasonable doubt instruction that Judge Mrazek just read, and you will have back with you in the jury room. Judge Mrazek also read this instruction on what evidence is, and it's usually testimony and exhibits. To reiterate, what the attorneys say is not evidence. And as I asked you in opening, please focus on the evidence. Throughout this presentation, I generally use this format for slides. And so everybody understands where we are, the count, and then the element within the count is at the top in the red banner. We then quote some witness testimony and we cite it because it's the evidence that matters. So that you'll have the exhibits back with you when you deliberate. And you can reference them. Usually it's a transcript, page, line, number of the testimony. We also publish exhibits. And usually we'll have an exhibit number down here. If there's an exhibit, whatever, 2-5, so you can reference it. Let's begin with the aggravated murder count. The evidence will prove that Kouri Richins was the person who committed the aggravated murder. The evidence will prove that she intentionally or knowingly caused the death of Eric Richins, here by means of administering to him the illicit street drugs that she purchased from Carmen Lauber. She intended to kill him with the illicit street drugs. It doesn't matter what illicit street drugs. We'll get into it more. It doesn't matter if it was the propofol, if it was the fentanyl that actually killed him, if it was oxy or some other illicit street drugs. She bought illicit street drugs to kill Eric Richins. That's what matters. That's murder. These two elements are just murder, right? If we hide this, that's a murder charge. Here we have an aggravated murder charge, and the state will prove two separate and distinct aggravators. The first is for pecuniary gain. This is a why aggravator. Why did Kouri Richins kill Eric? For money. The second aggravator is a how aggravator. How did she do it? Here, by the administration of any substance, here it happens to be fentanyl, but it could be any substance administered in a lethal amount. Either one of those aggravators are what transforms this case from a murder case to an aggravated murder case. So, first element, was it Kouri Richins? Yes. The state has proved that Kouri Richins had the means, here the fentanyl, the illicit street drugs, the motive here, money, and a fresh start at life, and the opportunity to kill Eric Richins. She was the only other adult in the home at the time. Nobody else killed Eric Richins. Now, intentionally or knowingly caused the death of Eric Richins by administering the illicit street drugs. The state will prove with all kinds of evidence, testimony, exhibits, patterns of her behavior, and what each of us know about humans, that she intended to cause Eric's death. She intended it probably as early as December the 7th, 2021, when she booked a trip for her and Josh Grossman to the Caribbean for April. People don't book that trip. Kouri Richins did not book that trip thinking Eric Richins would be alive in April. She booked it knowing he would not.
This prosecutor, he was like on it. Like, the defense had nothing. I've never seen a court case where they didn't have any witness. I mean, I have, but they didn't call any witnesses. They had no exhibits. They had nothing because the amount of evidence was so big. Like, you sitting over here booking a cruise for you and your boyfriend. Like, why he not you showering this man with gifts? You the one, he's single. You the one with everything to lose, ma'am. You the one with everything to lose. And you still owe your husband $250,000. And you was stealing from his credit card and booked a trip with your man. That's when it was just, the jury came back in less than 3 hours, y'all.
In December, before Eric died, before Kouri Richins murdered Eric, she told her friend, Becky Lloyd, in many ways it would be better if he were dead. That proves she intended to cause his death. was the New York Life policy that covered the C&E buy-sell agreement. And on January the 1st, 2022, Kouri Richards changed the life insurance beneficiary on Cody's policy from Eric to her. The evidence proves that Kouri Richards didn't understand that was Cody's policy. And when she figured it out, she went ahead and changed it back because she planned to murder Eric. She did not plan to murder Cody, but she planned to murder.
And so Kouri, she had no idea like about IP addresses. Y'all, she Googled women prison for the rich. A Google search, like, can they this is what she was Googling. Can the police trace if you delete stuff off your iPhone? I would be scared to even Google that because it seemed like I don't know if this is true. I feel like the police would be looking. If I even Google, they go look at my phone. So Kouri, she didn't understand all this stuff. So she goes on Eric's computer at home when he gets home, and she basically logs into his New York Life, because all you need is like the social and the password. You know, you might know your spouse password. You know, it's usually the firstborn kid or something weird like that. You know what I mean? That's just always like, especially if you OGs out there, I'd be like, no, that's the go-to. Change it. Your dog's name. It was so funny. We were talking about we were watching a TLC show, and the man was like, he was like, so what's your mom's maiden name? When he was out on a date, we were like, no, don't say it. Don't say it. So Kouri logged into his New York Life account, and she saw a policy, and she saw that Eric was the beneficiary, but she didn't realize it was Eric's business partner's life insurance. So she put her name down, then switched her name back to Eric's. Then she found Eric's policy, then switched Cody name to Kouri name. Cody was the business partner. And this is all tracked with IP addresses, and it was all done in one day. So the New York Life representative testified to that. So just, Kouri.
Kouri Richards asked two people, Hayden Jeffs and Carmen Lauber, for the Michael Jackson drug. Kouri Richards was a suburban mother real estate agent. She does not know a lot about the illicit street drug world, but she knows Michael Jackson died from taking drugs. She doesn't know how to order a street drug, but she knows she wants the Michael Jackson stuff. She knows she wants it because it is lethal, it is fatal, it kills. And she wanted lethal, fatal death. Kouri Richards is intensely ambitious. She wanted the perfect life, or at least the appearance of the perfect life. And for her, that meant Josh Grossman. But first, Eric had to go away.
So with these transactions, when Carmen hit you up, what did she tell you?
She just told me that she had a friend that wanted,
Well, did she ask for blue specifically, or fentanyl specifically, or did she ask for oxygen? What did she ask for?
No. I think she might have asked for blue. I can't remember.
But you sold her in 30, right?
Yeah, I told her what She knew what she was buying.
Okay, so it wasn't like she's asking for oxy or something like that, and she got the name served.
Right, no.
Okay, so she knew that there was fentanyl in those pills.
At Kouri Richens' request, Carmen Lauber purchased illicit street drugs from Robert Crozier. It's those illicit street drugs that killed Eric Richens. It's those illicit street drugs that Kouri used to murder Eric Richens. And while there may be some question as to whether she specifically ordered fentanyl or she knew she was getting fentanyl, the evidence proves she at least knew it. She wanted fatal, lethal, illicit street drugs. And all the testimony from Carmen Lauber, Robert Crozier, digital forensics, we'll get into it, all confirm that Kouri Richens ordered and received illicit street drugs, and that those street drugs contained fentanyl. Illicit street drugs is all that matters. But you heard the testimony that despite confusion in what people were ordering, people were getting fentanyl. The fake M30s looked like the real, the fake M30s looked like the real M30s. Everything on the street in early 2022 had fentanyl. That's how we know that it was this purchase that ended up killing Eric. It's the fentanyl. We can trace the fentanyl. Next slide. The digital forensics corroborate Carmen Lauber's testimony that 5 days before Kouri Richens murdered Eric Richens, Carmen Lauber purchased for Kouri Richens fentanyl from Robert Crozier at the Maverick in Draper.
This is scary, like what they could find out what you do on your cell phone. They even he even goes into detail about the closing arguments were really, really good. I think this is Mr. Bloodworth. Is his name, Attorney Bloodworth. This is the thing. They could tell when you unlock your phone. They were counting how many times she unlocked her phone. Not called anyone, not did anything like that, just unlocked. They did the same thing with the nanny trial, with the au pair we were watching. So yeah, this is really, this is what, it was just that Kouri did too much. She just did too much.
Call detail records show an extraordinary amount of overlapping communication between Carmen Lauber, Kouri Richens, Carmen Lauber, Robert Crozier during that time. We, of course, don't have the communications. Carmen Lauber deleted them because they were evidence of a drug deal. Kouri Richens deleted them because they were evidence of a drug deal and a murder. Robert Crozier said he had lost his phone. But that's an extraordinary number of communications. We know that Kouri Richens, the evidence proves that Kouri Richens used a Moscow Mule and a shot to administer the fentanyl to Eric. She writes it in her orange notebook where she journals what happened the night she murdered Eric. It's a self-serving journal. We'll discuss that down the road. But she wrote Moscow Mule in a lemon drop shot. And that is consistent with all the toxicology. Again, in the notes that investigators recovered from the kitchen cabinet in Kouri Richins' home, she wrote Moscow Mules. Lemon water, vodka, and rum. She left out the main ingredient, which of course is the ginger beer. But there was ginger beer. We know that from the Cock and Bull that OME investigator Cam Sessions found in the trash can in the kitchen. It's interesting that Kouri Richins wrote vodka in parentheses rum. The evidence may show that the Moscow Mule she made that night was ginger beer and fentanyl. The lemon drop shot may be lemon and fentanyl.
I'm not sure. I gotta look up what fentanyl is. I know it's like a pain something. They only use it in the hospital, right? But Michael K. Williams, you know, Omar from well, he's on Boardwalk Empire, but Omar from The Wire. That's how he passed away from fentanyl poisoning. So I wonder if you could taste it. Is it something you could taste? Because like, but then the Moscow Mule, I think I had one before. It tastes like it's nothing that I would want again. It tastes like, I don't know, fuzz, like a ginger ale maybe, like but not sugary. I don't know. So maybe if somebody made it, you might think it's bitter. I'm just wondering, you know, did he drink it like or was he like, okay, this is pretty good?
Notice that here she writes drink in bed. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Whoa, it is. Thank you, Gardis. Gardis says, fentanyl is a highly strong drug that is 10 times more potent and deadlier than heroin. Wow. What? This is crazy.
The Cock and Bull, as I mentioned, corroborates at least the Moscow Mule. And then we know the cause of death from the death certificate was fentanyl. The fentanyl and the illicit street drugs that Kouri Richins got from Carmen Lauber, who got from Robert Crozier. We know that Eric ingested the fentanyl from the Moscow Mule, the lemon drop shop, or both. Medical examiner Dr. Pamela Ulmer, toxicologist Brianna Peterson, chief medical examiner Dr. Eric Christensen, all testified that the 20,000 nanograms per milliliter of fentanyl, an extraordinary amount, in his stomach indicates oral ingestion. Indeed, Dr. Christensen not only testified to it, he told Kouri Richins that in their phone call that she recorded. Ms. Peterson's testimony, as well as Dr. Christensen, also proves that the fentanyl was illicit. Again, illicit coming from the street, illegal street drug, illicit fentanyl. And that it was their testimony, right, was that there was not only fentanyl in the toxicology, but there was norfentanyl, which was a marker of an illicit fentanyl. There's also acetylfentanyl as well. But it's the norfentanyl that is a marker of illicit fentanyl, which completely tracks with how Kouri Richins got the illicit street drugs. We also know that Kouri Richins intended to kill Eric Richins because the toxicology contained quetiapine.
Your Honor, we may have lost the audio.
Let's reset. My apologies.
Is an antipsychotic medication.
Last one. What is quetiapine? Quetiapine?
Quetiapine is an antipsychotic medication. It's called Seroquel.
Okay.
It's a prescription, mental health medication that's prescribed for different things.
I gotcha.
The quetiapine in the toxicology for Eric Richins shows that Kouri Richins was involved because she was prescribed quetiapine. Now, this conversation that she recorded.
Okay, so I was in another YouTuber and I was chatting on this case, and they put Kouri medicine up there, y'all. Sorry, y'all. They got Zyrtec, which is normal, right? Then they got my girl pour her cover your ears, man. she had a little yeast infection. They got that up there. And then she had Seroquel, which they say that could be for anything. But I'm wondering, was it depression? Was it because when we were Googling it, it said it also could be for bipolar and stuff. You know what I mean? So we were saying somehow that got in Eric's system, but it was prescribed to her. The defense didn't even try to say, it was the antipsychotic. They didn't even use that as a defense, and I found that interesting. And she knew what that was because it's prescribed to her. But okay.
With Dr. Christensen is also very insightful. She pretends to not know what quetiapine is. It's her prescription. Of course she knows what it is. She pretends to not know what it is to cover up her involvement in putting the quetiapine inside Eric's body. She feigns.
Or could it have been for sleep? I don't know. We were talking about that just, of course, I'm not a medical professional, but why would she give Eric that? Like, what was she trying to do to Eric to give him Seroquel? Like, that's just why he didn't, it wasn't for him. So what was she giving him that for? Like, how could that have affected his mind? I don't know.
The ignorance. She covers up her conduct in murdering Eric Richins in several ways throughout, beginning the night she murdered him, all the way through the walk the dog letter. In the orange notebook.
Oh, I just found it, y'all. I just asked AI, does Seroquel, is it a strong sleeping pill? AI says yes. Seroquel is a strong sedating medication that causes significant drowsiness, but it's an antipsychotic, not a first-line sleeping pill, and not FDA approved for insomnia due to significant side effects and lack of long-term evidence, making its use for sleep generally discouraged. So she was trying to make him drowsy. Oh, allegedly, I get well, factually now she's charged.
She writes, she jumped out of bed, ran, turned on the lights, grabbed her phone, and called 911. The evidence proves that is not true. The evidence proves that when she returned to their bedroom, Kouri Richards says she was in Ashton's room. There's no evidence of that. But she returned from somewhere to their bedroom, unlocked her phone, put it on speaker. There's no call detail records showing a call at that time. But she may have called on Wi-Fi, somebody. That would not appear in the call detail records. It would appear on her phone if her phone had not been deleted.
Objection, Your Honor. These are facts that are
Overruled.
not.
Please have a seat.
She then unlocked her phone again at 3:08, 3:10, 3:15, 3:19, 3:19. And then 15 minutes later, she called 911. That is not immediately called 911. Perhaps she was staging the scene during these 15 minutes. We're going to discuss the 911 call in a minute. This is a receiver activation. At 3:22:12, when we're in the 911 call, she's on receiver on her phone. The 911 call operator asks her, "Are you on speakerphone?" She says yes, no. She's on receiver. Before we play this, sorry, we're going to listen to the first part, actually most of the 911 call again.
This might be triggering to some, but they're going to play the 911 call. So I just wanted, of course, you just heard him say that, but it does get, where she has to do compressions and stuff, which, spoiler alert, you could just about guess is you can't hear Kouri doing a dang on thing. Let's get to it.
Ask that as you listen to it, you'll hear the first minute. The first minute is not the sound of a wife becoming a widow. To echo her friend Chelsea Barney, the first minute is the sound of a wife becoming a Black widow. Listen to how Kouri Richards on the 911 call immediately presents, or very soon after the call begins, presents her alibi narrative. Listen to how she tells the 911 dispatcher where she was when Eric died. She is distancing herself. Rather than, he's not breathing, he has no pulse, I have to figure out what to do, I need help. She's saying, hey, look, I was not there, I was in my son's room. That's her alibi. She's distancing herself from the time and the place that she murdered Eric. The 911 call operator asks her to perform CPR. Notice how she distances herself from that. No, I don't know how. No, he's too heavy. No, I can't move him. She is not immediately trying to revive him. We're going to run a clock from the time that the dispatcher asks her if she can start CPR to the time she purportedly starts it. It's 6 minutes. Listen, please, to the portion of the 911 call where the operator instructs Kouri Richins how to remove Eric from the bed. Listen how the dispatcher says, move to the side of the bed. Kouri Richins says she does. Remove the pillows, pull the arm, pull the leg, lift up the sheet, pull him off. If Kouri Richins is following the instructions of the 911 dispatcher, Eric Richins' body is on the floor on the side of the bed, not the foot of the bed where it was found. Listen also to her choice of language. She has dehumanized Eric Richins. When she is talking about removing Eric from the bed and she is protesting and she is saying she cannot, she is not saying, I can't move him. She is saying, I can't move it. Eric is no longer a him to him. She murdered Eric. Eric is an it. Finally, listen to when she says she is performing CPR and the phone is on speaker. The phone's not on speaker. Determine whether she's performing CPR. Okay, Scott.
My husband's not breathing. He's cold. Okay, what's the address? 282 Willow Court. 282 Willow Court. Uh-huh. Okay, what's a good phone number in case we get disconnected? 435 671 4987. Okay, it's going to be in Francis. Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I don't know. I was sleeping with my kids. Okay, I can't understand you. I need you to take a deep breath. What's going on? I don't know. I was sleeping in with my kids. I just came in our bed, and I turned over, and he's just cold. He's just cold. Who's cold? My husband. I turned the light on. And he's not breathing? He's not breathing? No. I need you to confirm it for me. Is he not breathing? No. Okay, can you do CPR? No. I don't know how. You don't know? I'm going to tell you how to. Are you willing to do CPR? Yeah. Okay. If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. No, it's not available. Okay. I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay? Okay, are you right by your husband? Yes, he's so pale. His mouth's open. Okay, listen carefully. Are you able to lay him on the floor or the ground? On the floor, on the ground? I'm just shaking. I can't put him. I can't. You can do it. You can do it. You need to calm down. Okay? Yellow. We need to help him. I can guide you through CPR. Take a deep breath for me. I'm here with you. He doesn't have a pulse. He doesn't have a pulse? No. There's no pulse. Okay. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. We need to get him help. If you need to put me on speaker, put me on speaker. I'm gonna guide you through CPR, okay? Okay. Tell me when you've done that. Okay, I'm ready. You ready? Okay, he's on the floor. He's on the bed. Okay, are you able by any chance to move him on the floor? Let me check. Spots on it. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I'm here with you. You're not able to move him to the floor? Go out. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Oh my God, my sister. You're not able to move him to the floor? Just listen carefully. We just need to get him on the floor. Don't worry about hurting them. No, he's so heavy. Is he still on the bed? Yes. Okay, if there's a sheet or a blanket under them, can you loosen it from the mattress? Yes. Okay, stand at the side of the bed closest to them and remove anything under their head. Okay. Okay. I need you to pull the sheets towards you and slide them off the bed. Don't worry about him falling. We just need to help him now. Okay. Tell me when he's on the floor. I can't move it. It's a dead weight. Like it's just... You're not. If he has sheets under, pull them to the floor. Don't worry about hurting him. Can you please send somebody? Okay, I have the ambulance that's on the way. Okay, there's another way to do this, okay? Grab their feet. Grab his feet. Okay. Slide them towards you until they're just off the bed. Okay. How old is your husband? 39. 39? Yeah. Okay. Okay, were you able to pull his feet off the bed? And pulling.
Okay, now grab the arm closest to you and pull the rest of the way off the bed. Again, don't worry about the fall. We just need to help them now. I have the ambulance on the way. I just need you to do this, okay? So we can get the help for him.
Okay.
Once they arrive, they'll take over. We just need to start CPR now. You are doing great, okay? I just need you to get him on the floor.
Okay, on the floor.
You got him on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay, listen carefully, okay? Make sure that there's nothing under his head. Is he laying flat on his back?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions, okay? Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone. This is in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Okay.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Okay.
Okay. Start pumping the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second, and 2 inches deep.
Okay.
Okay. Start counting out loud so I can count with you. Okay. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
1,
2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Count out loud so I can hear you. I'm counting with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. If it's easier for you, am I on speaker?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know if the front door is open?
No, it's locked.
It's locked. I need you to go. Is there anybody else within the home, or is it just you?
It's all my kids.
Okay. Are one of them old enough to go unlock the door?
Yeah, it's unlocked.
It's unlocked now?
Yeah, he's here. He's here.
Okay.
Hit the, yeah. The protesting that was part of the 6-minute delay in Kouri Richards performing CPR. I can't move it. It is just dead weight.
Yeah, that kind of struck me as I was thinking about it, but I've had loved ones pass, and I've been there, and I never referred, even though we know the body is just a shell, right? But I never referred to any of my loved ones as a it. Even when we got to the homegoing services, I still referred to my loved one as their relation to me or their name. You know what I mean? I never called it it. I'd be like, where is she? Where, it just was natural. So, but then I just think she wasn't doing CPR. I think she even stopped CPR to go unlock the door. Like, Kouri just did not think this out well enough. She thought she did, though.
Contrast that 911 call with her self-serving text message to her best friend, Chelsea Barney. I tried so fucking hard to save him, his lifeless body on my bedroom floor. I pumped so damn hard, so hard, screaming at him to come back to life, that I needed him.
We ain't hear none of that.
None of that happened. She's covering up her involvement in murdering Eric Richards. Recall the alibi narrative at the beginning of the 911 call. Her letting the 911 operator and everyone know that she was not with Eric when he died. I was somewhere else. I was distant in place and time. When she calls her father-in-law, Eric's dad, Gene Richards, what does she say right at the outset? I was sleeping with Ashley and I came into the room. Gene, I wasn't there. Wasn't me. When Eric's sister Katie arrives, he wasn't breathing. I went to bed. I was in Ashton's room. He was having nightmares. I wasn't there. It was not me. Her alibi. Her cover-up. This is the written form that sheriff's deputies gave Kouri Richards early morning of March 4th to write out what happened. It says, describe in detail what you saw, know, or heard of the incident. Where does she start? Eric and I put the kids to bed around 9 p.m. We had a drink. In Kouri Richards' mind, that's when the incident started. It was the drink, and she knew it because she put the fentanyl in the drink. She didn't start with, I walked into the bedroom at 3 a.m. My husband was not breathing and cold. Describe the incident. The incident for her begins around 9:15 when she has the drink, because she knows that is in fact when the incident began. And then more of her self-serving alibi narrative. It wasn't me, I wasn't there. Before she gets into really what matters. Intentionally or knowingly caused the death of Eric Richins. We know it was intentional because she planned the immediate reaction. When she spoke with Eric's sister, Katie.
Okay, y'all, I gotta get back to work, but y'all, this is a really good closing argument. Like so look, when y'all continue this, because we'll continue tomorrow. If we don't talk tonight, y'all, the man done died. I don't know about you, but like if you have someone in your household, like if you don't hear their feet for a little bit, or you don't hear them get up and go to the washroom or something like that, you just feel weird. You just feel, you have this feeling. You don't hear them snoring in the other room. It was just like so many things that I think she just missed, or whatever, or tried to miss. Like I just got in bed and he was cold, so I put a blanket. And now it's cold, and then it's cold. It's cold. It's rigor mortis cold. Okay, Kouri. So, and I agree with Tracy. This got to be so hard for the family to hear. So she's like, I put a cover over him. Like you didn't feel, like the heaving of breathing in his chest. You just put a blanket on, whatever, Kouri. So y'all, this girl, so the man died at 3 a.m. That's when his body's picked up. The next day, the same day, because it's he died March 4th. They're still there, and she's going to close on this mansion, and she's telling the family that she thinks that she's gonna sell the house, and she had plans for his half of the business, how she was gonna run that. And the whole time she texted her lover, like, this how we gonna live our life. Now, I want you guys, I didn't realize this, like I told you guys the other day, Kouri ended up getting like 1.5 million or 1.6 million, something like that, in life insurance. She ended up getting that. She spent $500,000, over $500,000 in one day. And by the end of 6 days, she had spent over $1 million. Like when they got to her bank account, now I'm saying she about give or take 1.6 million. By the time they got to her bank account, she had like $800 left in a month. After Eric died. So if it wasn't for Eric putting this trust, like making sure his house was protected, making sure he had a trust for his children, where one of his policies went in there. He locked in the other policy with his business partner, so he's able to carry on the business without him. The kids would have nothing. So it was really, really, really sad to see. Like she didn't put nothing away for her kids. Like Kouri put nothing away for her kids. So yeah, Eric, at the end of the day, he knew his wife if he didn't know anything else. And let's not forget, she even gave one of the policies came through. The first thing that she did was give Josh Grossman $25,000. And then the second thing she did was give her mom $10,000. And I think Josh is innocent for sure. Like he's guilty of sleeping with a married woman. But I would look into that mom a little bit because she been having some stuff in her background where people mysteriously passed away and she collected life insurance, but she wasn't charged with anything. And she was one of the last people to see Eric alive because she had let her tell it she had a drink with them too. So it would be crazy if Kouri was innocent and the mom really was the one that did everything. But you know, she's proven guilty. Now she's facing 26 more counts. She's facing 26 more counts, like with the financial and the insurance fraud and all of this stuff. So she has to go back to court. So she's like never getting out. She's never getting out. You guys, I'll see you later. I hope you enjoy your Wednesday. You know, I enjoy talking to you. Like I told you, I started this like, I feel better. Thanks to y'all that really take your time and support me. Hit that like button. And then for the people that just go above and beyond as well and check on me, I appreciate that so much. My Patreon members, the people that go ahead and hit my Cash App or Venmo, because we're demonetized right now. We shall see what the outcome may be. I'm kind of scared to reapply. I'm scared, y'all. So thanks for going the extra mile because I know it's easier just to send a super chat and we can't do that right now. So I appreciate you so much. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. And hey, Raging, I saw your chicken wing comment, but I was driving. It was hilarious. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. I'll see you soon. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, we're gonna do more. We're gonna watch the election stuff and see if things change for the better. I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope that everybody could just focus and things will change for the better. We shall see. Oh, and tonight it's a Thornton Township rescheduled board meeting for those that didn't know. So it's tonight. I think at 6, if they don't close it. And then, I want to update you on the flood stuff in Dalton. So the flood stuff, I did do my research. So I'll be back with that. Love you guys. Have a great one. Bye.